Alexander. Oh.
This bout is
So much hype surround. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. He misses with that straight left. Perfect punch. Well, there's no business like show business, and this is the most unique play anyone will ever see in this theater, mano a mano.
You're getting everything tonight, and you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses, because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Just split the guard with another uppercut. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Perfect counter lands. Which fighter will say no mas? That hook was off target. He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you gotta believe
what are you doing?
What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Usyk might go down here. What an upset! Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter shot lands. These two were made for each other. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This fight has a real good flow to it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. He is down big time on the scores.
Hosting this fight, and now you're gonna let him get back.
And there's the bell for round three. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Misses with the straight left. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Well done with that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Do you believe what we are seeing? Nice counter shot. Just misses with that left uppercut. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after.
Right.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? And
Whoa, Johnny! Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled! Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from.
Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Perfect counter shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent... What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
A shot.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up.
I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Hold it right there. Usyk. His legs are gone, but somehow...
Big deep breaths. Big deep breaths.
Let's start the sixth. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Good counter punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. That jab gets blocked. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They exchange punches. And the big cat goes down. Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. You got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown.
Now listen, I need you to go.
And there's the bell for round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
His stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Your jab just got blocked. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? There's a counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Back and forth they go. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the... And we enter the 8th round. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible work rate. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart. Smarts, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.